Okay, give it. Woo! Okay guys, what we just did is replace the distributor cap and rotor on this 97 Chevy Blazer 4.3. We headed out on the road and she just mysteriously died. Thought we ran out of gas, but after doing some testing, saw we didn't have spark. Bought the parts. It was only like 65 bucks for the distributor cap and the rotor. Sure enough, she fired right up. See the wear here. You see the wear in the center. Right there, and actually came through the other side too a little bit. There's quite a bit of wear inside here too. Never been replaced. I'm sure this is the original. Got 140 some odd thousand miles on it. That's what it was. Yeah, so there's the distributor right there, and you can see there's a T20 screw right there. And there's one on the back side, right where that kind of little notch is. Right back here is another one that's not easy to get to at all. We tried like 5 different tools to get to it. So what we did is we numbered, the first thing we did is, you can see the numbers on there now too a little bit. You can see we numbered the first 1, 2, then 4, and then 6, and then we put a C for the coil. It's kind of rubbed off now after messing with it, but there you can see the 1, 3, and 5. So you make sure you get them back in the right order again. Pop those off. After we determined there was no spark, we pulled one of the plugs out and checked it to see if there was any kind of a spark when we turned it over, and there was nothing. So we had a pretty good feeling that this was the culprit, having being the original parts as far as we know. But sitting right under that is the rotor. It sits down there just like this, and again 2 hex screws, one in the front, one in the back. They're super tiny. They make them really small. They pop that out. And one tip that I've heard too is, when you put the distributor back on, you don't want to over tighten, because they strip out super easy. And they actually make a kit that'll extend the threads lower because it happens so frequently. So be careful when you do that. Yeah, it's really easy to lose those screws too when you're pulling them out, so watch out for that. But we just replaced the rotor underneath, and then we did the distributor, put it back right where it was. We actually had to move this hose here, this clamp, because it was getting in the way a little bit, give us a little more wiggle room. And that was it. She fired right up. We thought maybe we'd have a fuel pump issue or something like that, but we did remove the air box here and poured or sprayed starter fluid in the throttle body, and we got nothing from that. So we kind of knew there too that it was a electrical issue, not a fuel problem. But of course that's your initial thought, that we ran out of gas, but not to be the case. So now she's good for many more miles. Actually, I got these parts at Advance Auto, and it was $67.94 was the total for the 2 parts. So it's better than having to take the fuel tank off and replace that fuel pump. That would have been several $100s for sure, and something that we wouldn't have been able to do ourselves. This way it was only 4 screws. Hope this helps.